What is up, guys? It's KOJOFOREX. In today's video, I'm going to tell you about why I hardly lose a trade. This is basically about the part 3 of this video series. So for the most part, you have a lot of beginner traders and even intermediate traders coming on the forex market, and then they wonder why they consistently keep losing the trade, right? There are certain preambles that you have to just be comfortable with and understand. It's not only enough to just think that, okay, that's the moment that you've been introduced to forex market, you can learn about the market, you're supposed to be successful, right? There are certain things, certain behavior, certain psychology, certain practices that successful traders do that unsuccessful traders don't do, and I've listed some in my previous videos, which I said we already have episode 1, episode 2, and then this being episode 3, or perhaps even part 3 of it, right? So in today's lesson, I'm going to give you another 4 major reasons why I hardly lose a trade, which differentiates what losing traders do that we winning traders do not do. Number 1 of it, again, for today's session is proven strategy, right? So for anything at all, when you're introduced to the forex market, you must first understand that, do you already have a proven strategy? Whatever strategy that you find yourself using, has it really survived the test of time? Particularly with me, you guys know my sniper strategy, and then till date I've been using it, but you guys have known me to be using it especially from the year 2019 all through to 2022. But I have personally been using that sniper strategy from all the way 2017-18 and kept building on it, re-evaluating, changing it until it is what it is today. So it has literally survived the test of time, which means that in harsh market condition, in very stable market condition, in consolidating markets, in swinging markets, in day trading, volume, less volume market, right? This strategy literally just plays a role and then keeps making me win on the market. So confidently, I can be able to tell you that I have a proven strategy that just allows me to also consistently win, which is why I will always hardly lose on the market. If my strategy wasn't very consistent, I perhaps would have been washed away. In fact, I've seen the likes of so many traders who come onto the scene, gain all the hypes, everybody's just cheering them up, following them here, there, and then, you know, commanding numbers. All of a sudden, there comes a condition in the market which literally does not favor their trading strategy, or their proven strategy fades away, and then what happens is that they tend to always have consistent and continuous losses in the market. They take a trade today, is a loss, next trade hits stop loss, next trade hits stop loss. All of a sudden, people lose confidence in them, and then what happens is that they become irrelevant to the society, trading community wise, and then nobody really wants to have that confidence in placing trade based on, you know, risking their account capital on whatever trade that person is calling. So in that case, the person's strategy does not really just stand the test of time. So number 1, to become a successful trader, which is also not going to make you lose a trade, which is why I hardly lose a trade, then is what? You must have a proven strategy. Again, not enough to just have a proven strategy, but a proven strategy which can stand the test of time. Now, moving on with the point 2 of why I hardly lose a trade, and at the same time, how you'd always not also lose a trade, is to have a better analysis, right? So you have to be very strategic with your analysis. It's not only enough to have a proven strategy, you must ask yourself that your analysis, are they really on point, right? Because sometimes you could have somebody really explain their strategy to you, teach you, you can watch it on YouTube, you can buy their courses, but if you have not really taken that time to absorb that content very well, replicate it in the way the person looks at the market, and then try to, you know, replicate the same thing on the market in terms of your analysis wise, then you had the whole thing wrong. Let's just say, like, okay, I teach you how to trade on the forex market using the KOJOFOREX sniper strategy or the GOAT strategy, but you're doing your analysis so different from the way I taught you, then you don't expect to always have a winning trade. You're going to lose, right? So it applies to me as well. Even though I use this same set of ideologies in the market, are my analysis that good? If I wake up and then for particular days in the week, I don't really start looking at the market from Saturday, Sunday, and I feel like, okay, it's Monday, Tuesday, I can just wake up and trade. Usually I have the market going in opposite direction towards the way I anticipated. So all it means is that you have to have good analysis. Make sure that even though you have a proven strategy, wake up, if you're supposed to watch out for key support levels in the market, key resistance, key psychological level, key fib levels, you know, key candlestick patterns, or something that is just going to make you understand that you have had like that thorough overview of the whole activity on the market. Maybe you missed watching the monthly time frame, maybe you missed watching the weekly, the daily, you know, some of these key things that you'd easily just have an oversight of, maybe there's some major chart patterns forming on the higher time frame, on the weekly, daily. Maybe there's some major trend line that is hitting. Maybe there's some all-time highs that the market is currently visiting, right? So you need to spend time continuously, and then perhaps you are even missing a fundamental event that is happening on the market, just like I did today though, right? Today, in fact, I was supposed to catch all of the pound pairs, but all of a sudden I woke up and then they were literally dripping, and I was briefly asking myself for a moment, what is happening on the market that is having this pound pairs literally just drop like that? Or for me to know and go back to the chart and go to Forex Factory to see that, whoa, we had a sales index being released, and then it was a negative data coming out against the pound pairs, and then literally instigating them to keep pushing on the down. All of a sudden I had a clear understanding of the real reason why the pound was literally losing against the other currency pairs. But the truth of the matter is that I had not done a good analysis prior to the event happening. So it is always key for a trader to do good analysis, not only have like that proven strategy, but have a good analysis as well. And that is why I hardly lose on the market. This is also another key point. I've said it times without numbers, especially on my Instagram live sessions and so many places, right? If you don't follow me on Instagram, there's just opportunity to do that. Follow me at KOJOFOREX, KOJOFOREX on Instagram. I do a lot of Instagram live sessions and I teach traders for free. Also, make sure to click in the link in the description to join the KOJOFOREX Telegram community. We're just a few members away from hitting that 30k max on Telegram, so you want to be a part of that. So the next thing that I've been talking about for the most part to become a successful trader, at the same time why I hardly lose a trade, is that less is more. People literally less emphasize this key point, but it's in fact one of the major things that has helped me. In fact, it took me so many years to finally realize the real importance of less is more. Sometimes we underestimate the real reason of less is more, right? Now in forex market, less is more literally means that, well, you don't really want to always be on the market trading 247, scalping, day trading, swing trading, left, right, center, joining about 1,000 of communities, and this one says pound is going up, you buy. The next minute somebody says euro is going down, you sell. The next minute somebody says this is good. Then you have about 10, 15, 20 trades running at a go on a small account, relatively small account. You're all over the place. You are literally just wasting time and then wasting, resources on the market. So less is more in the sense that I am not always going to come into the market as often as possible, because I take my time to analyze my strategy or my proven strategy, and then I'm going to drop just 1, 2, 3 trades, but those trades are going to make me huge gains because I've actually analyzed the market and then looked out for the point in time where volume is going to set in for those currency pairs. A clear example is the trade I dropped on oil on Wednesday, literally not trading on Monday, Tuesday, and then we had me seeing a clear opportunity on oil on Wednesday. Took that trade, sent it out to my VIP, at the same time our community members of 29,500. Then we certainly had the market within a few moments moving as much as 500 pips. Can you imagine 500 pips on one trade? I certainly know that a lot of you join so many communities who would just be hyping about, okay, we made 20 pips, made 30 pips, 5 pips, 15 pips. Add all together for a whole year, they are not even perhaps going to even match up to a 500 pips. But just guess, one trader, one pair, one moment, we hitting 500 pips. We had people with few account sizes of $50, $100, and then the large account sizes of the 1,000, literally doubling the account, quadrupling, tripling the account, and so on, just from one trade. So it totally makes you understand that for that emphasis that I've laid down upon why I hardly lose a trade is very valid, which is what less is more. So you don't really want to place so much emphasis on just taking trades left, right, center, and then massacring your trading account with a lot of trades. Just have that patience, monitor, take less trades, and then you can make that as a point in why you also hardly lose a trade on the market. Now finally guys, very finally, of why I hardly lose a trade is what? Trading psychology. Now you may want to ask me, how does trading psychology even play a role in why you hardly lose a trade? Look, it's not every trade on the market that's going to go straight into profit and then have it dip down straight into your take profit level, right? You may sometimes have a trade linger around your entry level and then at a point in time just start dipping straight into profit, and you're going to be happy about it. But our human psychology just doesn't like negativity. We always want positive, we always want to make money. And then psychologically, and then funny as it may seem or bizarre as it may seem, we have the currency market or the forex market, especially with the apps that we use, the MT4s, right, usually displaying excitement and then hey, positivity with blue. So if you're making money, it's is exhibited in blue, and then if you're making a loss, it's exhibited in red, which is very, very psychological. It has its own defects psychologically. You know, I've tried to run a sample size of trying to understand that how's the real psychological implication of opening your MT4 and then seeing, okay, red, red, red against seeing blue, and then the excitement it automatically generates, right? So what I'm just trying to say is that if you're a trader and then you don't have a strong psychology and knowing that, okay, red does not mean your stop loss has been hit. Red only means that perhaps you're in a little bit of drawdown, the market is going to come in your favor, perhaps. Then you're only going to always act on your ego, act on your psychology, act on your, you know, discomfort. The moment you see red, you think, I'm about to hit my stop loss. Oh, it's a negative trade, I'm going to lose, and you close the trade. You've already lost. Second one, you close the trade, all of a sudden you're gradually washing away your trading account side before you realize just taking losses which have not originally hitting your stop loss, then you've lost it. So psychologically, I have that stable mind of holding on to a trade, setting my stop loss, relaxing. As far as the market, I have determined that this is the mark on which you can tell me that I'm wrong in this trade. I can have that comfortable rest, sleep psychology going about doing the extra things that I have to do until I come back eventually to watch the activity of the market. So having that strong psychology does not let you to act irrationally on the market, which is why I also hardly lose on the market. So there you have it, guys. Basically the 4 main reasons why I hardly lose on the market, right? And I intended to specifically show you some chart analysis, but for the purpose of this video, which is literally revolving around psychology of why I hardly lose on the market, it may not necessarily be essential for me to get onto the chart and do any chart work. Subsequently, I'm going to do chart work showing my analysis for next week and then re-emphasizing some of the things that I've taught you on the market already. So if you love this content and you want me to keep up shooting more and more and more like that, make sure to smash the like button, subscribe to this channel if you haven't done that. I promise you guys I'm going to give you banging content back and back and back, and then you can clearly realize that from the beginning of last week all through to this week, I've kind of give you guys almost 1 video a day, and then we plan to keep up with that, but I would only be excited to continue on this journey with the support you give us. So make sure to smash the like button and then leave a lot of comments below, and then make sure to follow me on all social media as well, and then click in the link in the description to join the Telegram community. That's all I ask of you guys. Just smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, turn on bell notification, and that's all the payment for the lessons I give you for free. Without wasting much time, I hope you guys enjoy this content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.